And now, here's highlights from TalkBack. We now continue with our theme of highlights from TalkBack. This is the 18th installment in the series. In the previous installments, I have talked about checkboxes and switches and things like that found within the TalkBack settings. Today, I will begin a series of visiting each and every one of these checkboxes, checkmarks, switches, and so forth. By the way, today I'm using my Pixel 5a for this demonstration and it's running Android 12 with TalkBack 12.1. For speech services, I am employing the Google Speech Services. I will now navigate my way to the TalkBack menu by simply tapping with 3 fingers to invoke the TalkBack menu.
TalkBack menu. Actions in list.
I am in the TalkBack menu, and the item I'm looking for is the second to the last, being TalkBack settings, and the last item in the menu is text-to-speech settings. I'll put my finger down, find and tap on TalkBack settings.
TalkBack settings. TalkBack settings. Navigate up. Button out of list.
I activated the TalkBack settings, and now I'm in the TalkBack settings. What I'm looking for here will be an item called Customize Gestures.
Customize gestures.
Here is Customize Gestures, and I'll now tap.
Customize gestures. Navigate up. Button out of list.
Tapping on Customize Gestures now takes us to the screen with all the gestures that you can customize to your liking. Some are customizable, and a few of them are not, but on the whole, the majority, I will say maybe 99% of all the gestures here can be recustomized to whatever you want them to do. Let's look at the first item in these gestures, and we have a heading. The first heading here is
One finger. Heading.
we have the one finger gesture, and below that is the first item in the list for the one finger gesture.
Swipe up. Move navigation focus backward or adjust reading control up.
We are told about the swiping up to move focus or to adjust the reading control. What this means is that if I swipe up, and when we talk about swiping up, we're talking about an action or gesture that is likened to brushing up. In other words, just pretend that you have something that has fallen on your screen and you want to brush it away, but instead of brushing left to right or downward, you brush upward with one finger. That's toward the top of the phone. That's the swipe. Some people like to call it flicking. We don't flick on Android. We swipe. And so, if I swipe up, it will take me to the previous item, although the best method of going to the previous item will be to swipe either left or right. But this works also, but it's going to take you a little bit longer in some instances. For instance, if I swipe up, watch.
Swipe up.
You notice it says swipe up. If I swipe up again, it doesn't say anything. I'm going to swipe down. It doesn't say anything. I swipe again.
Swipe up.
And if I swipe down again back to that, the swipe up with one finger.
Move navigation focus backward or adjust reading control up.
Now watch, if I swipe left, listen to what happens.
One finger. Heading.
You notice that that tells me that there's a heading, and that was the one finger gesture. However, just swiping up does not do that because it's most effective when you're using it in a reading situation. For instance, if I'm reading word by word or character by character, and I swipe up or down, it moves me to the previous letter or previous word and things like that. And so the swiping up is more effective if you are doing a reading control. If you are simply navigating within items, it's best to swipe left or right. Now, like I said, you can customize these things. Those that are uncustomizable will tell you that this thing cannot be customized. So, for instance, if you don't like the idea of swiping up to focus to a previous item or to change the reading control or move character by character or whatever. When you're on a character navigation or granularity, you could change it to whatever you want. And I'll show you that by tapping on that one finger movement.
Swipe up. Move navigation focus backward or adjust reading control up.
Let's tap here and you see what I mean.
Move navigation focus backward or adjust reading control up. Checked. Showing items 35 to 51 of 52.
We are told that this item has been checked and is item number 35 out of 50 plus items. Now, what that means is that I can change this to any of these items that are here. In other words, if I put my finger down,
Screen search.
I could change it to use it for screen search. In other words, if I want to search for
Message.
a particular
Tele-
word on my screen, I could swipe up and that would open up the search field for me to find the word that I'm looking for. Or let me put my finger near the top and see what item I have.
Next reading control. Showing items 30 to 46 of 52.
That's the next reading control. I could change this to use that for my next reading control. Let me scroll down.
Hold accessibility shortcut. Move. Open TalkBack menu.
I could use it to open my TalkBack menu.
Change spoken language.
I could use that to change my spoken language.
Start or end selection mode.
I could use that for starting and ending selection mode. So as you can see, one could change that swiping up with one finger to whatever that he or she would like to use that gesture for. And that is what you can do with the swiping up gesture.
People can find us on our website, blindandroidusers.com. They can email us if they have any questions to contact us at blindandroidusers.com. They can subscribe to our mailing list, Blind Android Users, plus subscribe at groups.io. They can join our Telegram group, Twitter, Clubhouse, and YouTube. The links will be in the show notes.
And that has been another episode of the Blind Android Users Podcast. As always, we appreciate hearing from you. You send those email messages to contact us at blindandroidusers.com. For those My Android Journey stories, we encourage you to send those to myandroidjourney@blindandroidusers.com. Until we see you in our next episode, you have a wonderful day.